Divine Feminines, I hope you guys are incredibly well as always. I'm going to dig into this message around your Divine Masculine's energy because he really needs to hear your voice. And I feel like the reason he's going to make all of this effort now to change up the communication between you two is because reciprocation is a big thing for you. Okay, whoever you are, Divine Feminines, you love deeply, and your love is to be cherished. It's to be honored because, again, not everybody loves as deeply as you do, and I feel like your masculines realize this. It's like a sudden epiphany of what the hell am I doing? I'm going to lose her. So if you guys have been used to doing this thing where you text or you occasionally exchange phone calls, emails, a lot of that superficial surface level communication is out the window. I feel like you've sent a clear message to someone where it's like, show up at my door, give me a phone call. I don't communicate over text messages. And I feel like this is something that I don't know, it just feels like a sudden energy or a sudden shift in you. Maybe you're listening to your guides. Maybe you are doing this journey according to your heart. You know what it is you're worthy of, and you're just not afraid to take action, and you're not afraid to just go forward on it. So I feel like you've set the tone. You're giving him these like short answers. He feels like your responses are way too short. What is going on? And that's going to prompt him to pick up the phone and call you. And I do feel like that's what's missing from this connection. You guys really do need to bond by hearing each other's voice. I feel like tone is very important. You guys have been doing this whole thing of like ghosting one another, getting angry. You might say something to your masculine through text and they take it the wrong way because, again, there's a lot of context that's missing with tone. So I feel like because you are giving off this frustrated type of energy, he thinks it's cute. I don't know why I'm hearing that, but it's like he finds that you being at your wit's end with him is intriguing in a sense. So he is ready to give this some more effort by, I do feel, again, changing the communication style. Somebody needs to hear your voice, and someone's going to be offering you an apology, and it's going to be sincere because it's going to be new. You guys aren't really used to hearing each other's voice, or just used to picking up the phone and calling each other. Like, because I keep hearing in my head someone saying, oh my God, you're calling me. And they're going to be like, yeah, I'm calling you. And it's going to break the ice, okay? So let's get some messages around what's growing between you two, okay? What is shifting? What's shifting in the masculine's heart space? What is he noticing about you? Okay, these are way too many, but I will take the top of the pile and what's at the very bottom. Okay, so we have codependency. I feel like you were always the ones to reach out, Divine Feminines, and that's what caused the separation energy. A lot of your masculines are used to letting off this very intoxicating, it pushes you into that push and pull with them. And I feel like to some extent they maybe even enjoyed the communication being choppy. It was easy to leave you on red. It was easy to ghost. It was easy to take their time and reach back out. And it really did, from your end, become a sort of codependent type of feeling. And I think that was the aha moment that many of you realized, like, that's enough. That was enough for you to maybe cause some kind of distance or separation. And now that they're trying to reach out to you, I feel like you've broken that pattern. You've started to realize that by them engaging in toxic behaviors that was pushing you to see them as an addiction or become codependent on just having them around, or, you know, that weird thing that your heart does when somebody starts pulling away after, you know, really driving you insane. That shit does some things to you, you know, but I feel like many of you, again, I did touch upon it in last night's reading, but you learn to pay attention to those cycles and choose yourself. I feel like many of you are beginning to choose yourselves over and over again, and the more that you do that, the more that you're seeing movement from your divine masculines. So this separation, I feel, has definitely taught someone something about, if they're going to communicate with you, they better make sure that it is mature and serious communication. So I feel like, again, if you guys aren't used to hearing each other's voice that often, or if it's just kind of been this weird, distant, you know, dipping your toes in the water with this connection and only communicating through social media apps, Instagram, Facebook, WhatsApp, but no actual phone calls. Like, some of you at times may have experienced a lot of toxic cycles in your connection because you didn't actually know that you were communicating with karmics rather than your masculines. who knew about your connection pretending not to know. I do feel like a lot of that stuff, or a lot of those illusions and that kind of confusion, is about to leave this connection. No more addictive, codependent energies are going to be feeling things between you two. Okay, we do have playfulness. So someone's trying to recapture romance. So that definitely tells me that you're giving them one-word answers, Divine Feminines. You're not as responsive or flirty or warm as you were before, because your energy, I feel like you're requiring more. You know what you're worthy of. And this felt immature for a really long time. I feel like some of you would be like, why am I on Instagram talking to you right now? Why can't we just pick up the phone and call one another? It's like someone knew that they were going to fall hard for you, and they were trying to hook you before hearing your voice or getting closer to you. Because they knew if they didn't try to hook you before coming close to you, they would be the ones getting hooked or caught. But I'm hearing, regardless, your energy, it's so beautiful. And it really makes someone want to give or put in the effort towards you. That's what someone's feeling. That's why he's going to pick up the phone and call you, or he needs to hear your voice, because these whole one-word answers you're giving, you're sending a clear message of like, I'm done. I'm cordial. Don't get me wrong here. But, you know, this isn't going to cut it for me in terms of romantic relationships. I have clear expectations. So, loud and clear, your love life is ascending to a higher level of commitment. Okay, and that engagement says a lot. It's not engagement like put a ring, oh, we're engaged. No, engagement, engaging with you, right? On a deeper level, with more commitment. No more texting, no more social media apps. Here's my phone number. You really want to talk, pick up the damn phone and call me. Because a lot gets miscommunicated through text. I'm not doing it. It's stupid. Okay, so a lot of you are really making this connection ascend to higher level of commitments just by stating your standards, just by putting your foot down and really being authentic and true to yourself. Your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And I feel like a lot of you pat yourselves on the back, because it is a big shift in your energy also, Divine Feminines, because, you know, this one's a little tough to do on the Twin Flame journey, especially with our Divine Masculines, right? Because they do come in this intoxicating package that it do be testing us, it do be testing our will. Okay, but I feel like a lot of you, again, you're staying true to your standards, and just by you doing that, things are ascending. Somebody is getting ready to pick up the phone and call you, and a lot of you are going to be shocked by that and surprised, and hearing their voice is going to be awkward and weird, and a lot of you might get dry mouth, and you'll end the conversation early, and then the next time you guys talk, it'll be like for hours on end, and it'll feel so much better, because I feel like, you know, the next part of that would be to see each other in person. Okay, there's a lot of nerves around you two meeting up. Okay, a lot of nerves. And with this recapture card, I feel like even if you guys are, you know, maybe a lot older, I want to say like 40 plus, it feels like when you guys are together, it's like two teenagers who are awkwardly in love and have a crush on each other, and you've delayed communication for so long because in a way it's felt safer to communicate by text, but now you're upping things here. You're letting your Divine Masculines know it's not going to cut it, and that energy alone makes them want you more, makes them even more curious as to how it is you can resist the games, you know, maybe even resist some of the racy pictures and videos. And a lot of you just don't want to be strung along by those things, right? I mean, you could have those things if you wanted to, if you really wanted to, Divine Feminines. A lot of you could put yourself out there and how do you line up around the block? A lot of you know this, you know, but you choose not to. You're lovable. Someone would be lucky to have you because your self-respect makes you more romantically attractive. And this codependency thing here tells me that there's a piece of it that tells me that, yeah, maybe some of you can come off like that sometimes in connections, because when you do give your love, you love hard to one person, right? So it can seem like, you know, their energy does become addictive because you're pouring into just that one person. You're not the type of person, Divine Feminines, where it's like you can have your Divine Masculines here and then leave it open and have this connection in case this one's, you know, giving you trouble, and, you know, you had this man here and you had that man there and you had that one on speed dial and that one in this next area code, and, you know what I mean? You're not fixed up like that. We don't do that stuff because we know how valuable our energy is, okay? But many of you are learning to heal this just by simply pulling back, preserving, okay? There's nothing better than preserving your energy, okay? To keep your integrity in check and to stay true to yourself. There's nothing better than just preserving your energy and fueling yourself with beautiful other things other than other people's energy, you know, your passions, your hobby, being of service to others who are in need, right? So a lot of you are giving off this very beautiful healed energy, and somebody doesn't want to let you get away. You're healing at such a beautiful rapid pace and showing this divine masculine that, you know, if they want to play these types of games and they don't want to put, you know, a solid foot forward, then, you know, maybe you're not about to repeat past life mistakes. Every incarnation is a chance to do something different, and maybe what's different about this incarnation is, despite the passion, the love, no matter how bad you want to hold on, there's some things that are missing and it's not cutting it, and you're willing in this lifetime to shift things and absolutely let it go. And because you're doing that now, it's ascending. Things are ascending. You guys are coming closer and closer. Many of you have been seeing 717, having it follow you around. Okay, the chemistry builds, the bond builds when you guys go further and further. Okay, so for those of you who have just been communicating through, you know, these social media apps, you know, let me tell you, those little red notifications, they're addictive in their own sense with this whole codependency shit. That's why somebody's going old school, right? Hello, Moto. Call me on the flip phone, dude. Don't even be texting me or reaching out to me on no apps, because every time I log on and I see that red button and I think it's you and it ain't, like, I ain't doing that shit. F all of that shit, bro. Matrix shit. We going old school. You want to build this chemistry, you better show up at that damn door. Okay? Whoever you are, Divine Feminine, you old school, and that's what you're showing him by breaking this codependent energy. This has a lot to do with the social media apps, guys. Those little notifications, a little, you know, somebody just messaged you, you know. No. That not make it. So this is about destroying illusions at this time between you two, and I feel like you're doing that, and it's building chemistry, Divine Feminines, you know, like you are one of a kind. Not everybody's doing this. Everybody is so toxic with the games and the highs off of, you know, the running and the chasing, but I feel like many of you are like, no. You know, break a nail, break a toenail, scuff my damn toenail doing that shit. Not me on that. Okay? Some of you are like, yo, my Crocs, bro. These Crocs don't have the strap at the back, yo. You want my slip-off fling over there? We ain't chasing shit. Okay, so give your relationship a chance. Somebody's pleading. Will you pick up that phone? Will you answer back? Okay, and I feel like some of you too, you're maybe not even like messaging back or texting back, or you really are sticking true to yourself. It's making them like rise up. You're not about to do it. It's even become a turn off to this point. Before, it would be so addictive, you know, like, oh yeah, like an Instagram message, a WhatsApp notification. A lot of you are just like, it's played out. Unless my phone is ringing, I ain't got time to check messages. Most of the time I don't even have my phone with me. You know, that's another thing too, that a lot of you are breaking this codependent habit. A lot of you might be in the habit of like, I don't even go to bed with my phone. You know, if I do check my phone, it's for business. If I do check my phone, it is, you know, to learn something new. Like a lot of you could be in the habit of like deleting stuff off of your phone that keeps you tied in or engaged. And if you do go on, it's apps that actually like, you better be teaching me something today. Some of you got that Duolingo owl staring at y'all grumpy as hell. Y'all better tap on him, okay? All right, let's get one more message by cutting the deck in half. What can you guys look forward to with this communication on the phone? Like, what is the engagement card going to reveal in terms of your love life ascending? Okay, so we do have the release your ex, and this could be part of this whole shady behavior and only communicating in ways that, you know, it's under the radar, right? Like you could delete Instagram apps, you can keep things hidden, you can, you know, move about like a slithering snake. And I feel like that's what many of you are ready to just release. It's tired energy. Look at this person. They had enough. Okay, this woman has had enough. Look at her. Her hands over her head and all these things. Like she's just, use those wings, girl. Fly out, Teddy. Okay, so this is the energy, is just to release those old patterns or the old way of communicating and that old version of yourself that was waiting around for that red button, right? You log on that app and there's that notification. You know, many of you are like, listen, I not stressing myself out, so Okay? Protective. A lot of you are being very protective. Drawing those boundaries and sticking to them, and your self-respect again makes you more romantically attractive. And this is the message that you're sending to your masculines, is like, I am releasing this. It's just, and he gets it. I'm telling you guys, these little your short responses, somebody can't even get a hold of you. They get it. They know what's up. Okay? Expect a phone call. You guys are going to be like, oh shit. Mark my words. You guys are going to be like, oh my goodness, you're calling me. And they're going to just straight up tell you that's what you want. Yeah, I am calling you. I needed to hear your voice. I wanted to hear your voice. Okay, so yeah, that is the vibes on this one, guys. I hope you guys have enjoyed. I am over at Hipsy if you guys would like a quick check-in. Otherwise, I love you guys, and I will catch you in the next reading, okay? You guys take it easy. Bye, guys.